So in this video, we'll be discussing about the DFT and IDFT method by which we'll be solving the circular convolution. Okay, this is also called Stockham's method. So first we have to find out DFT, then we will go for IDFT, then we'll get the answer for circular convolution. So this is the method. So here we have the two sequences. One is x1 of n, which is given as 4 elements are there, 1, 2, 3 and 4. X2 of n, here also 4 elements are there, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more thing I should tell you, that the elements of the two sequences for which we are finding out the circular convolution should be same. Always remember, if this one is 4, this also should be 4. If one element is missing, you can put it as 0. Okay, remember this. The length of the sequence should be same. So here let me take x3 of n as the circular convolution of x1 of n and x2 of n. Okay, so this is the symbol for circular convolution. You might have studied the linear convolution, only we are putting here one circular sign. Okay, that is the difference. Now x3 of n we need to find out. This is nothing but the circular convolution of x1 of n and x2 of n. Now how we have to find out? See, as the method is mentioned, what is the name of the method? It is DFT and IDFT. So first we have to go for DFT. Okay, so we have to find out DFT of each sequence first, that is x1 of n and x2 of n. What will be that? It will be x1 of k. Okay, so how we are going to find out? Using the matrix. Okay, so x1 of k will be equal to matrix of wn, Twiddle factor you might have studied, then multiplied with the matrix of x1 of n. So these are all matrices. Now let us try to write this matrix. Now x1 of k, what will be that? It will be x1 of 0, x1 of 1, x1 of 2 and x1 of 3. Okay, since there are 4 elements. Now what will be wn? This is nothing but the Twiddle factor. Here we have 4-point DFT. So what we have to do, let us try to understand that first. So here I have made the matrix for wn, which is nothing but the Twiddle factor for 4-point DFT. Here you can see the elements in first row will be 1 1 1 1. Elements in first column will be the same, 1 1 1 1. Okay, now next, this thing you need to understand. Okay, so this is minus j, minus 1 j, then minus 1 1 minus 1 j minus 1 and minus j. Okay, so I'll teach you how to write this matrix also. One easy method is there, you can choose your own method in order to learn this matrix. Okay, so what I used to do is that first row will remain the same, that is 1 1 1 1, then the column will be 1 1 1. Next, what you need to do, here we have the 3 cross 3 matrix. You can see if you observe carefully. So here what you need to do, here start with minus j, opposite of that will be minus j. Okay, here you make it as j, opposite of that will be j. Next, here it will be minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1. The center portion will be 1 plus 1. So this is the way I learned the wn matrix Twiddle factor for 4-point DFT. So here we will make the same matrix again. So that is nothing but 1 1 1 1, here also 1 1 1, minus j minus j, j here, minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 and minus 1. Okay, so this is the matrix we have, into multiplied with the x1 of n. x1 of n you have to take it as column matrix, so it will be 1 2 3 and 4. Simple. Okay, now let us go for the multiplication of these two matrices. So we need to multiply this. So what we'll be getting, let us see. So first row into this column, I hope you know how to multiply matrices. So just we have to multiply that. So this will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Okay, next, second row into this column again, that will be 1 minus 2j minus 3 plus 4j. Next, third row into this column again, 1 minus 2 plus 3 minus 4. Next, fourth row into this, that is 1 plus 2j minus 3 minus 4j. Okay, so this is what I got. So let us write the answer for this. So when you add first row, you see 4 plus 3, 7 plus 2, 9 plus 1, it is 10. Okay, next, the second row, 1 minus 3, it is minus 2, minus 2j plus 4j. How much it will be? Plus 2j. Next one, here 1 minus 2 minus 1 plus 3, it is plus 2, plus 2 minus 4 will be minus 2. Okay, the next one, that is the fourth row, final row. So minus 2, right? 1 minus 3 is minus 2, 2 minus 4 is minus 2j. Okay, so this is the matrix we got. This is nothing but x1 of k. So we have got the DFT of first sequence. Let us go for the DFT of second sequence. Now x2 of k we will find out, so which is equal to, again the wn matrix will come into x2 of n, second sequence. Okay, these are all matrices. So x2 of k will write, so which is nothing but the matrices. So x2 of 0, x2 of 1, x2 of 2, and the last one x2 of 3 we have to get. Okay, now which is equal to the wn matrix, which is nothing but, again you have to write the same thing, 1 1 1 1, here also 1 1 1. Here it will be minus j minus 1 plus j, minus 1 plus 1 minus 1, and plus j minus 1 minus j. Okay, into x2 of n we have the elements. Let us see again the elements. So which is 6 7 8 9. Okay, so 6 7 8 9, we have to multiply again this one. So first row into this column, that will be 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9. Next, second row into this column, this will be 6 minus 7j minus 8 plus 9j. Next one, third column into this, so 6 minus 7 plus 8 minus 9. The fourth row into this column, so 6 plus 7j minus 8 minus 9j. So let us solve this one. So what we will be getting, 6 plus 7 plus, add all this, 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9, you will be getting 30. The second row, 6 minus 8, it is minus 2, and 7j minus 7j plus 9j will be plus 2j. Next, the third row, 6 minus 1 plus 8 minus 9, it will be minus 2. The fourth row, 6 minus 8 will be minus 2, 7 minus 9j will be minus 2j. So this is what we got for x2 of k. Okay, see here, one more thing I should mention here, that we are going to find out x3 of n, right? That will be the answer for circular convolution. In order to find that, we are first going for DFT method. So DFT you will be getting, we found out x1 of k and x2 of k. Now we want x3 of k, right? How to find out x3 of k? It is nothing but the product of x1 of k and x2 of k. Simple. Okay, after getting x3 of k, then we have to go for IDFT, which will give me the answer as x3 of n. Simple concept. Okay, so first we'll go for x3 of k. So x3 of k will be the multiplication of x1 of k and x2 of k. Remember one thing, we are not doing here the multiplication, matrix multiplication we are not doing. I'll show you how to multiply this one. Okay, so we have x1 of k as 10 minus 2 plus 2j, then minus 2, then minus 2, minus 2j, right? Then we have the second matrix which is x2 of k, which is 30 minus 2 plus 2j, then minus 2, minus 2, minus 2j, right? So how to multiply this? We have to multiply each element of first matrix with the next matrix element. Okay, so this is how we have to multiply. So you will be getting 10 into 30, which is equal to 300, then minus 2 plus 2j into minus 2 plus 2j. So I am going to show you all the steps which is we are doing. So minus 2 plus 2j, you are multiplying with the minus 2 plus 2j. Simple concept. Yes, we are multiplying these two elements. So we'll multiply that. So minus 2 into minus 2 plus 4, minus 2 into this one, this will be minus 4j, then 2j minus 2, it is minus 4j, then 2j plus 2j will be plus 4j square. Okay, so what will be the answer of this? Here we can see 4 is there. Here j square, what is the value of j square? J square value is minus 1. So this will become, so I'll write it again, 4, this we can add it up, minus 8j, right? And this one will be what? It will be minus 4. So this two get cancelled, which is equal to minus 8j, correct? So I will just put it here, minus 8j, simple. Next, we will go for the next multiplication. We can see here minus 2 into minus 2. Minus 2 into minus 2 will be plus 4. We can directly put that value here. Next, next element multiplication, which is minus 2. So I'll write it here, minus 2 minus 2j into minus 2 minus 2j, correct? So which is equal to, multiply again, minus 2 into minus 2 plus 4, then minus 2 into this one, it is plus 4j. Remember, see the signs. Okay, so this will be my plus 4j, then this thing multiplication will be plus 4j square. Okay, so which is equal to, j square value we know it is equal to minus 1. So we have 4 here, addition of these two will be plus 8j minus 4, so this two get cancelled, answer will be plus 8j. Okay, so I'll just put it over here, plus 8j. So here we have got the x3 of k. Let us find out from here x3 of n. Okay, and one more thing, if you are getting confused with x3 of n, you can change the variable, make it as m also. Okay, no problem, you can take it as m also. So here also it will get changed, so you can take any variables, it depends upon you. So x3 of m will take, because here also n is there, here also n is there, so it's better we take another variable. Okay, so let us now find out the x3 of m. So x3 of m will, I will get by the IDFT. How to find out IDFT? 1 by n into wn matrix, but you have to take here conjugate. Remember this, conjugate into matrix of x3 of k. Okay, now what is n here? N is nothing but 4, right? So n will be 1 by 4. Then the conjugate of wn, how to find out that? So see here, we have this thing wn, right? We have to find out wn conjugate. Conjugate you have to find. Conjugate is nothing but, you might have studied in the complex numbers, we have to just change the imaginary part sign. Okay, so this real numbers will remain as it is, 1 1 1 1, all the real numbers will remain as it is, minus j, this is the imaginary part, it will become plus j. Minus 1 will remain as it is, this one will become minus j, this one minus 1, 1 minus 1, this will become minus j, minus 1 and plus j. So this is the conjugate of the wn matrix. Now I written the matrix. Okay, so x3 of k, I'll write it off, which is nothing but 300 right? Minus 8j and 4, then plus 8j. This is what we got. Now we have to do the multiplication. So 1 by 4 as it is. Okay. Next multiplication of these two. So we are n I have taken because it is nothing but the 4-point DFT. Okay. So here multiplication, again the same thing you have to do, multiply. So 300 first row into this one, 300 minus 8j plus 4 plus 8j. Then this row into this column, same multiplication method, 300 minus 8j square. Okay, remember the multiplication, minus 4 minus 8j square. Next third row, 300 plus 8j. Okay, 8j plus 4 minus 8j. The last row, 300 plus 8j square minus 4 plus 8j square. Okay, so this is what I got. Now we have to just simplify this one, so which is equal to 1 by 4 as it is. So see here, first row will simplify, minus 8j plus 8j get cancelled, so what is the remaining? 300 plus 4, which is 304. So we'll see the second row. Here it is 300, so minus 8j square, it will be minus into, so it will be plus 8 minus 4 again plus 8, right? So you will be getting how much? 312. So just put it over here, 312. The third row, here we can see again 300, so here is direct cancellation, plus 8j minus 8j get cancelled, 300 plus 4 again it will be 304. Okay, the last row we can see here again 300, this will be minus 8 minus 4 minus 8, right? So 300 minus 8 minus 4 minus 8 will be 280, correct? So here I'll put 280. Now we have to get divided by 4. So when you divide it by 4, how much will be getting? 76. This one will be 78. 300 again 76. This one will be 70. Okay, so this is what we got the answer. So this is nothing but x3 of m. We have taken. Okay, so this is nothing but the circular convolution of x1 of n, and so that's why this name came, why this method has been taken. The simple reason is that first we are going for DFT. We found out x1 of k, right? X1 of k, then we found out x2 of k. Then in order to find out x3 of k, we just multiplied here both the x1 of k and x2 of k. Then after that we have to find out x3 of m. Okay, so this is actually m. We have changed the variable in order to avoid the confusion. So x3 of m, how will you find out? It is nothing but IDFT. So IDFT formula we have to apply, 1 by n wn conjugate you have to take into x3 of k, whatever we got. So just multiplying, you will get the answer of x3 of m, which is nothing but the circular convolution of both the sequences.